This video is about how to stay cool in highly charged, stressful situations, whether it's with family, a lover, at your job. This video and the techniques in it will change your life. Why are there certain people or situations that trigger us or cause us to blow a gasket? It's usually from something from the past that we don't even know is triggering us. It's something rooted in the subconscious that's unseen to us. It's like weeds. The roots, they go below the ground, below the surface of the ground, and you can't see them. When we lose our cool or we blow up, we're usually feeling guilty or we might feel ashamed. There's just too much mental energy that goes into being triggered. Using NLP and hypnosis, we root out the triggers and we give you time to take a pause where you can actually be aware that there's a trigger in play. Now, this might take some practice, but you'll notice if you're really committed to being cool and calm, it's worth the time. So we're just going to do something here with you. Play along with me. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and just remember an experience or a time where you may have been triggered by something or someone or a certain situation. Now, driving always does that to me. I'm triggered like that. But just see that situation in your mind. Be there. Imagine it. If there's any sounds, anything like that, keep your eyes closed. So now you can see yourself in the experience clear. It's clear in your mind. You notice you're getting triggered. And what's the situation? What's happening? Is there anything physical showing? Any sounds? Anything like that? Good. Now, check to see if that picture is in black and white or if it's in color. Maybe it's a moving picture. See where that picture is in your vision. Is it close or is it far away? So what you're going to do now is you are going to push that picture in your mind, push it far back so it gets smaller and smaller in your vision, almost down to where you can't even see it. You're literally, with this exercise, you're getting distance from that trigger. And you're putting perspective, right? Like literally, there is distance. So what is it like now when you experience the feeling of patience? Can you pull up a time real quick where you were patient, you felt good, like you handled the situation very well? So just remember that time right now. You were patient, accepting. Pull it right there in front of you. And what is happening? What do you see? What do you hear? How do you feel? How do you notice? Is it feeling good when the situation is over? Now, whatever that feeling was, I want you to turn the temperature up on it. So if the picture's in color, the colors are brighter. If they're in black and white, the images are sharper. If it's a moving picture, you can see it in high def. Really feel those feelings and bring those feelings up. So bring that picture closer in your field of vision. Brighten it up, turn up the volume so those good feelings radiate from you. So now notice, you can look at the experience of trigger more objectively. There might be new insight. What happens if you were to ask yourself, what was the positive intention of myself and the other person? See beyond what your mind thinks at that moment, because it's usually not thinking very clearly. All right? You've been triggered. So if you can think of the positive intentions, you'll start to put yourself in the other person's shoes. And it's going to give you more compassion for them and for yourself. So good. Now, when you feel like you're being triggered, you know now that there is a gap, right? A gap that you can use these techniques to either stave them off or quickly catch yourself. And just have patience. So think of a time that might be coming up that you might get angry, or a conversation, or you might get triggered in, where this stimulus triggers you. It might be in the car, whatever. Now, there is a gap between the stimulus and our response. It's in this gap that we choose our response. Even though it happens quickly with practice, we can totally change our response and create a new outcome that works. We can literally retrain our minds to have a more appropriate response that will enable us to be more resourceful. So I hope this NLP techniques have helped you. You can try them, practice them. You don't have to be perfect. Maybe take one at a time. So my name is Joel Thielke. This is motivationalhypnotherapy.com, and just thanks for showing up.